sem ela não pode ser.
This is for us, for you, for those who spark greatness in the world. As human beings, we were designed to create. Imagination, paired with innovation, is the very essence of our entirety. As entertainers, creation begins with us. We craft and display to motivate, to inspire, to evoke change. These are unspoken objectives we stand by, unmoved and unshaken. No matter the gender, ethnicity, race, background, this is universal. So get up, grab your tools, rekindle that fire that burns for your dreams. Become the light for tomorrow to see. It starts from now. Your greatest work deserves a display, and you deserve an encore.
Hey, and welcome to all of you joining us tonight for another live stream experience with AblazeNoir. For those of you who are joining us again, welcome back. And to those of you newcomers, welcome to an experience that you're never going to forget. We promise you to have good vibes, good energy, some fun, some laughter, and make sure that you are dancing in your living room, bedrooms, or wherever you like to dance. But make sure you're having a good time. I am your host for the evening, Ashley White. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Those background music that you're listening to right now is coming from none other than Snare Ghost. And as you guys just were able to view, Encore is hosting our live stream tonight. So make sure you check them out on Facebook as well. Listen, we are so excited to have you guys with us tonight. We have some great things in store for you. We have AblazeNoir that's coming back to play for us and some amazing singers. Tonight, I'm gonna label it as Throwback Night. So y'all gonna hear some tunes that y'all probably haven't heard in a while. And I mean, we all know about the Teddy and Babyface feud, right? Or their competition that didn't go well. Well, you'll hear some great music from them as well tonight. So you're gonna have an amazing, amazing, amazing time, I promise you. So for those of you who are returning, you know what it is. We only have one rule, and that one rule is to make sure you are having an amazing time. But just to let you guys know, we had a few people that asked some questions about the band last week, so we have some special things in store for you. Tonight we will be interviewing the band and the singers that are joining us tonight. So make sure, as always, you know we are interacting with you guys while the live stream is going on. Make sure you're hopping in that comment section, and if you have any questions that you're curious to know, we are not telling you if anyone's single, so I'm gonna let you know right now off the top. Don't go in that comment section asking if anybody's single. It's none of your business. Okay? None of your business. Now, any other questions that you would like answered for the evening, we are more than happy to answer those questions. So make sure you hop in that comment section and ask all the questions that you want to ask. So as promised, we're going to have a good time tonight. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to get right into it. So ladies and gentlemen, Better Together Phoenix, a live stream experience presents to you AblazeNoir. Enjoy.
Tell you now, would you keep on loving me? If I tell you how I feel, would you keep on bringing out the best in me? You're giving me the sweetest taboo. It never felt like this before. There's a quiet storm that is you. There's a quiet storm, and it never felt this hot before. Giving me something that's taboo. Give me the sweetest taboo. That's why. Sweetest taboo, too good for me. Oh, I'll do anything. I'll stand out in the rain. Whatever you want me to do, don't let it slip away. Felt like this before. There's a quiet storm and it's you. There's a quiet storm and it never felt this hot before. Giving me something that's taboo. Give me the sweetest taboo. That's why sweetest taboo, too good for me. Oh, and every night is New Year's Eve. Oh, yeah. You're giving me the sweetest taboo. Just too good for me. You give me the sweetest taboo. That's why I'm in love with you. Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
I guess we trekking our way to Hollywood.
That's right. Let's go. You know what? I'm tired of being locked up in COVID. It's time to go to Hollywood.
Okay.
Let's go.
Y'all ready? He's on his way. He's going to Hollywood. He's busting into Hollywood. Show him the way. He's moving to Hollywood. He's hopping into Hollywood. He's on his way. He's going to Hollywood. He's busting into Hollywood. Show him the way. He's moving to Hollywood. He's hopping into Hollywood. He waited at bus stops all his life. He's been in and out of those spaces, seeing eyes that spoke to him from sad and gifted places. Sad and gifted places. Oh, he's on his way, he's going to Hollywood, he's busting into Hollywood. Show him the way, he's moving to Hollywood, he's hopping into Hollywood. Oh, he's on his way, he's going to Hollywood, he's busting into Hollywood. Show him the way, he's moving to Hollywood, he's hopping into Hollywood. And you know he's gonna be dressed to kill. He's gonna find some brand new thrills wherever that he's been looking for. Tell him that there's so much more. Hollywood, oh Hollywood. Oh, he's on his way, he's moving to Hollywood, he's busting into Hollywood. Show him the way, he's moving to Hollywood, he's moving into Hollywood. He's hopping into Hollywood. Painted faces, sunburned skin, face expression, smiles one thin, caught in the blink of neon in Hollywood. Bending battles, maneuvering streams, a false expression, lost on dreams. We went there, okay? Yes, we did. Who was this? You want a little Stevie, All I Do?
Absolutely, I can go for some Stevie Wonder.
Yes,
He's my
Stevie.
Favorite. Yeah.
Y'all seen Dorinda Clark?
Yeah.
Getting to be my one desire. You're getting to be
matters to me. And let me tell you, boy, I hope and pray each day I live a little more love I have to give, a little more love that's devoted and true. 'Cause all I do is think about you. Oh, baby, is think about you. Think about you, baby. Baby, just suppose I should happen to cross your mind and by some chance a girl like me you've really been trying to find. Well, let me tell you, boy, think how exciting it would be if you should discover you feel like me. You should discover this game is for two. Oh, I'm gonna tell you, boy, I light a candle every day and pray that you always feel this way, and pray that our love will forever be new. 'Cause all I do is think about you, baby, and think about you. Ooh, yeah. And think about you. All I do, baby, think about you. I do is think about you. Hey, baby, we're gonna do something different. You ready? All I do is think of you, day and night. That's all I do. I can't get you off my mind. Think about you all the time. All I do is think about day and night. That's all I do. I can't get you off my mind. Think about you all the time. All I do is think about you. All I do is think about you. All I do is think about you, baby. Think about you. right now.
Ooh, aren't we feeling optimistic?
Absolutely we are.
I'm feeling
You know what?
optimistic.
even if you're not feeling optimistic, optimistic is something you want to be. So
Yes.
push to be optimistic. I know it's hard right now, but we can do it. Yes. Yeah, it's a throwback for real. When in the midst of sorrow, you can see up when looking down. A brighter day tomorrow will bring. Oh, you hear the voice of reason telling you this can never be done. No matter how hard reality seems, just hold on to your dreams. Don't give up and don't give in. Although it seems you'll never win, you will always pass the test as long as you keep your head to the sky. Now, you can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. No, 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 you can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. Be optimistic. Things around you crumble. No, you don't have to stumble and fall. Keep pushing on and don't you look back. Oh, I know the storms and strife cloud up your outlook on life. Just think ahead and you'll be inspired to reach higher and higher. You will always be the best as long as you learn to never say never. You may be down, but that's not all. That's when I will lift you up. Don't give up and don't give in. Although it seems you'll never win, you will always pass the test as long as you keep your head to the sky. Oh, you can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. Oh, you can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. You can win. No time for looking back. No. Yeah, as long as you keep your head to the sky. No, no. As long as you keep your head to the sky. Yeah. You can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. You gotta be optimistic. You can win as long as you keep your head to the sky.
As long as you keep
You gotta keep your head up. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah. Keep your head to the sky. To the sky.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Keep your head up.
No, all right. Well, people always told me in my life that I had a baby face. So I guess, I'll go on it, that makes me look younger. I'll take that.
Take it.
But we will be providing you with some whip appeal tonight.
All right now.
So let me know what y'all feel about that, all right? Let's go, young. told me there'll be trouble at home, 'cause we never talk a lot when we spend time alone. So how we supposed to know when something is wrong? Well, we've got a right to communicate, keeps a happy home. And no one does it like me, and no one but you. There's a kind of whip appeal on me, keep on whipping on me. Hey, working on it. Hey, whip all your sweet, sweet loving on it. Keep on whipping on me. Hey, working on it. Whip all your sweet, sweet loving on me. Hey. When we go to work, how the day seems long, and the only thing I can think about, I can't wait till get home, yeah. 'Cause we've got a lot of talking, and it's better than words. And it's the strangest kind of relationship, oh, but that's how it works. And no one does it like me, and no one but you. There's a kind of whip appeal on me. Whatever you want, hey, it's alright with me. Hey, 'cause you got that whip appeal. Hey, so work it on it. Hey, it's better than love, sweet as can be. You got that whip appeal, so whip it on me, girl. Keep on whatever you want. Oh, it's alright with me, yeah. Oh, 'cause you got that whip appeal, yeah. So work it on me, yeah. It's better than love, as sweet as can be, yeah. You got, oh, you got it, oh, you got it, oh, you got it, you got it. Oh, whatever you want, it's alright with me. You got that whip appeal. Come on and work it on me. Better than love, sweet as can be. Oh, you got it, oh, you got it, oh, you got it, you got it. Oh, whatever you want, baby. That is alright with me, yeah. Whatever you want, baby. That is alright with me, yeah. Whatever you want, it's alright with me. 'Cause you got it, that whip appeal, so I'm going to work it on me, yeah. Oh, you got it, oh, you got it, oh, you got it, you got it. Whatever you want, said whatever you want. Say whatever, whatever, what, yeah. So whip it on. All right.
That was great.
Whipping it. Babyface, I hope you like that.
Absolutely.
That's-
Absolutely.
Props to you. for that song. Beautifully written. 1989, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Yes. What are we gonna do now? Say, what are we gonna do now? Oh, okay. So, I know y'all, people that's been in quarantine, y'all been some bad boys.
Oh, for sure.
Because y'all been sneaking out the house.
For sure.
Okay. You know, we can only do this because we giving you good vibrations and love and energy, but all of y'all doing things that y'all ain't supposed to be doing. But we gonna talk about y'all, all right?
Oh yeah. Well, all right. Soup and damn and down and eat it. Oh yeah. Well, all right.
Oh yeah. Roll back the rug, everybody. Move all the tables and chairs. 'Cause we're gonna have ourselves a good time tonight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every time that we leave, we slip and we dip to the beat, yeah. What in the world could be better than getting together? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, and the last time we had a party, hey, and ended too when the sun came up. That's why your mama told you that you couldn't go out, so stay in the house. Bad, ooh, bad boy. He's gonna sneak out tonight. He's gonna tip on a window and let's show how's a good time. Everybody's here, let them all in. The chandelier downstairs has fallen, and I know it is hard to resist, but it is the party that no one wanted to miss. Yeah. But if you don't get home on the double, boy, you're gonna be in trouble. And I hope your mama don't look in your room, 'cause if she will do, it will be too soon, yeah. Oh, and she's gonna be a mad, 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 mad boy. She's to say goodbye to your friends, yeah, 'cause it's gonna Shoo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-dee, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Shoo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo-ba-doo-doo-yeah. Gonna tip out our window, bad boy, bad boy.
All right, y'all.
Oh,
Sneaking out the house out there. We see you.
we see.
All right, now we're gonna take a short break.
Short break.
Uh-huh. We're just gonna go on a break for a minute here. Please come back. Don't
Please
go
come
nowhere.
back. Don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey y'all. So did y'all enjoy that? I told y'all were gonna enjoy it. You know, I enjoyed it so much that it inspired me to write a poem. Let me read it for you. So this is gonna be for all of you who may have missed the first half of the show tonight. So I wanna give you a recap in poetic form, and it goes like this. I'm a run for cover while getting my sweetest taboo in Hollywood. You see, all I do is remain optimistic about this whip appeal I'm getting from my bad boy. You're welcome. Now, that is copywritten, so do not try to steal the poem I just wrote. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. All right. So, in addition to the fun we're having tonight with the dancing and the singing, we also want to give commercial breaks to provide you with information about small businesses, because creatives are not the only ones who unfortunately have been suffering during this unforeseen circumstance of COVID-19. So, I want to begin our commercials with none other than the dynamic duo of Venus Clapback. So, for those of you who are or are not familiar with them, please be sure to look them up on all forms of social media, Facebook, Instagram, Venus Clapback. It is hosted by the Muse and Coco, otherwise known as Colette Watson and Ebony Johnson. And just to give you a little bit of feedback, Venus Clapback is a podcast and video series defined by conversation between sisters. And so what they ultimately are leaning to is to pretty much have conversations about things that everyday women, Black women, deal with, and how to get healing and wisdom from those circumstances. So why Venus? Venus because we are proud women. Clapback because everyday Black women are often misrepresented. And we're here to set the record straight. So please make sure you're following Venus Clapback for any future things that they are holding on Facebook and Instagram as well. All right, so in addition to commercials, we promised you guys that we were going to do interviews. That's what we promised you, and that's what we're gonna do. So we are gonna start our first interview with none other than Mr. Cedric J. So come on in and join us. Clap for him at home. Clap for him at home. Come have a seat, sir. So you out there singing, huh? Yeah. So thank you for coming back again. We're just gonna do a little bit of a mic adjustment, you guys. No worries, don't worry about it. So while Finn is doing that, tell us a little bit about yourself. So where are you from?
I am from the south suburbs of Chicago.
The south suburbs of Chicago. Okay,
Yes.
And so what brought you here to Arizona, and how long have you been here?
It will be 3 years in August.
In August?
Yes.
3 years. So has it felt like 3 years, or has it kind of like zoomed by?
It's kind of, I would say, finding the musical friends that I have out here is definitely soon by. The first year was kind of like a little longer
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I've never been here before.
Yeah.
So just kind of going to new places, I was kind of still in like vacation mode. So I
Yeah.
didn't know, you
Yeah.
know, just like, okay, you know, you can get
Yeah.
to work, you know, kind of thing.
For sure.
So-
Understood. Okay, so tell me about your musical influences, because when we hear you sing, you're so full of power, you're so full of soul. And so what are some of the musical inspirations that you had growing up that prompted you to want to become a singer? a lot.
It's a lot. But I would say, if anything, just, you know, who we've sang tonight, this Luther already, just that was kind of my first introduction into that male, just velvety kind of tone, and I just like, what is that? And I need to attain any of that I can. So with him, also Daryl Coley.
That's a good one.
That is really who I study.
Yeah.
That's my, you know, bread and butter. And just with those, also Eric Benet or Kenny Lattimore.
Yes, those are good ones. I love that.
So just those voices that I kind of felt fit my own. I'm just like, okay, you know, I'll sing what y'all sing.
Okay, that's dope. Cool. Okay, so I'm asking everybody I'm interviewing today, for people that might be watching you, or even some young people that are inspired by you, what is a piece or pieces of advice that you would give them in this industry?
Don't compromise. Do not compromise at all. If you have a vision, stick to it. You know, God gave it to you, and you know, you can execute it. You can do it. Don't allow the naysayers or the people that don't agree or might not quite see what your vision is just yet, but you know what it is. So keep pushing, and you can do it.
Okay, I love it. Well, thank you so much, Cedric Day. I hope y'all wrote down that piece of advice. Write the vision, make it plain, and don't stray. Don't compromise. Thank you so much. So we'll be seeing Cedric later. Thank you. We're going to pull up his slide right now. Please, you guys, make sure you go and follow Ced on his Instagram, on his Facebook. You want to keep abreast of the things he's going to be doing in the future. So please make sure you follow those social media handles. And never fret. We're going to hear again from Cedric Day tonight. So please make sure you do not go anywhere, because you will want to hear some more of this soulful singing that's going on. So we're gonna have our next person come on in and interview. We're gonna put her slide up first really quickly. It's gonna be none other than Miss Chantel Reed. Listen, y'all been on this comment section heavy about Miss Chantel. Like, y'all are they been heavy, girl. Y'all are loving Miss Chantel. So, Miss Chantel, where you from? Tell us about you.
Oh man, I'm from everywhere. I'm a military brat.
Okay. So this is what I've heard people that are military brats say. I'm from everywhere and nowhere at all. Like, I heard somebody tell me that.
Absolutely.
I'm like, okay.
Absolutely. That's the best way to describe it.
Uh-huh.
But I credit my childhood in Louisiana, Shreveport, Bossier City, Louisiana.
Okay.
Is where I grew most of my childhood. Then I went to Alaska for the year. Shout out to my folks watching in Alaska.
Oh my gosh.
All right. And then I came here. I've been here since 2001. So I'm a native now.
Okay.
People don't want to admit it, but you know, it's coming. I'm a native now.
Okay, so why Arizona? Why Phoenix?
My dad was stationed here.
Okay,
and,
so
you
that
know,
makes sense.
Yep. So my mom and dad are still here. Shout out my parents out here pastoring and doing their thing. Yes.
Amen. So why singing? What inspired you to become a singer?
For me, music is all in my family. I sing, play, you know how it is. I grew up in church, of course. And you know, when there were empty instruments, we filled those.
I love it.
You know how it goes. My dad's a drummer.
Oh,
and
okay.
Yeah, so I play keys and flute. So yeah, I just love music.
Okay, I love it. So I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked Cedric. If there's anybody that's watching tonight or may have seen you perform anywhere, what would be a piece of advice that you would give people in this industry coming up?
For me, my advice to you would be, your name means everything. It means a lot. So be on time when you have engagements. Do things that you need to do. Just stay in that space so that people can use you, and you know, really be in that area where your gift can take you where you need to be. Absolutely. Because a lot of opportunities really come from people who don't. They slide right in there. So just be professional about it and stick with your vision, just like Ced said, you know, stick with your vision, don't compromise. Absolutely.
I love that piece of advice. Let me just tell you, because I feel like a lot of times when people look at creatives, they just kind of feel like we're just so aloof and like this is just what we do. But understanding that being a musician and being a singer is not just that, also the business piece of it.
It goes into every aspect of what you do. There's jobs behind the camera and in front on the instrument, on the sound booth, but that's one thing that's the same for every aspect of it.
I love it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Chantel. So is there anything else you want to leave our viewers with before we see you?
I just want to say thank y'all. Please continue to support this good cause. You know, definitely have a lot of businesses out here that are really striving throughout this time. And, I'm just sending love and respect out to all those who are suffering. I know I've lost people in my family and, in this time. So, I just want to send love out and just let everybody know to show love. Show love. It's tough out there. People need love. That's it.
Love it. Thank you, Chantel. We'll see you in a few. Don't move, because she's going to come back and sing, and I know y'all want to hear her sing, so y'all better come back, okay?
I love you all.
All right, y'all. So let's shoot to the next commercial. We want to, like I said, we want to continue. Well, before we shoot to the next commercial, please, you guys, Chantel's social media handles are right there on the screen for you. Please be sure to follow her on all forms of social media. We really need for you guys to follow all of our singers and our musicians and all of the above. Okay. So, before we move to the next commercial, I just kind of want to are you guys enjoying everything that's going on tonight? Just so you know, we are going to be interviewing Ray, but I do want to hit on a business really quickly. So if my production team can go back a slide, because I don't want to forget this business, because like I said, in addition to supporting the creatives, we do want to make sure that we are also supporting the small businesses, because creatives are not the only ones that happen to be struggling during this unforeseen circumstance. It's also the small businesses. So the slide you see before you is going to be for Miss Tanisha Smith, and she is the owner and founder of Cakes and Craves by Nisi. So I can give a personal testimony to her products, okay? Because I not only bought a cake for my birthday, but I also bought a cake from her for my boo's birthday. And she is thebomb.com. So please make sure you are following her social media handle and that you are ordering all of those tasty treats for Miss Tanisha. So next slide, we are going to be interviewing the band lead, okay? So he is Ray Bardwell. Please keep that slide up, because I really want you guys to make sure you are following everybody you are seeing and hearing from tonight. Please make sure we support creatives in this time. So make sure you jot down his social media handles and go follow him right now. All right, so we are now joined by none other than Ray Bardwell. How you doing? What's up? Ray's from Detroit. And so we just want to start there. So how was it growing up in the streets of...
You want me to cuss right away?
Okay.
All right.
So where are you from, Ray?
I'm Chicago, born and raised.
Okay, so what brought you out to Arizona?
Actually, going back to school brought me out to Arizona.
Okay.
But a love for music has kept me in the community.
Okay. So what are you going to school for?
Actually, physical therapy.
Okay, that's dope. Okay, so being you're the band lead, I'm gonna keep saying this. We want to know, burning question, what was the concept behind the name of AblazeNoir? Where did that come from?
It was a scheme of things in which partly I wasn't aware of. I was out of the room for a lot of it, in which a few names were tossed about, and Black Flame kept coming up. So someone thought of, I believe it is noir, in which French is black. And so after thinking of the concept of Black Flame, coming up with the French word of which one of our behind the scenes guys, Peter, thought of, came up with the entire name AblazeNoir.
Okay, and we love it. And just so you guys might not know him by Peter, but Peter is also Snare Ghost. So some of the background music. No, it's fine, because we want to point that out, that you're hearing background music by Peter, also known as Snare Ghost. So make sure you're following him as well. Okay, so Ray, tell me, what are some of your musical influences?
Well, a lot of my musical influence comes from my family.
Okay.
My dad, for one, plays about 7 instruments.
Okay.
A huge singer as well.
Okay.
And we all grew up, I'm the youngest of 5, we all grew up playing at least one instrument.
Okay.
As well as sports and everything else, but we had a busy childhood in which some of us even took lessons, private lessons playing. And so growing up in the church and following behind those leaders, as well as looking at some of the greats like Dennis Chambers, and looking at some of the guys now like Chris Coleman, and there are a ton of influences which I love to look at, but mainly my dad. So big shout out to him.
Shout out to Dad. All right. So like I'm asking everyone else, if there's anyone right now that's watching and looking up to you and wants a piece of advice on how to keep going and sustain in this industry, what would be that piece of advice that you would give them?
I would say there's always a fork in the road, one which gives you an out, the other which gives you a path that you're gonna have to struggle sometimes. You might not think that you're good, but someone always sees you. So keep working. And music is something that stays with you for a lifetime. So continue on with it through grade school, high school, even if you miss it like I did in college, come back to it.
That's good. I love that piece of advice too, because, and I was actually having this conversation with someone about this, that, you know, I feel like a lot of times people downplay music and creatives, and how, thinking not strange that in this time and season of COVID-19, people are heavily leaning on music. So that is a great piece of advice. So thank you so much. Anything else you want to leave our viewers with tonight?
Any shows that you guys tune into, feel free to check out any of my shirts. I love t-shirts.
Yes.
So.
That's what's up. Okay. AblazeNoir, band leader Ray Barkwell. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. We'll see you later on the show. Please don't move, because you're going to see some more from Mr. Ray, so don't move your seat. Thank you so much. We'll see you later. All right, so we're gonna pull up the next slide for you guys. Please make sure you follow Ray on all those social media handles, guys. Let's go to the next slide, because we really wanna move along. And the next person we are gonna hear from is gonna be none other than our guitar player, Mr. Paul Cruz, who I can confidently say this before we shoot to him and you guys see him, but he is from the great city of Detroit. Now, I know some of y'all are kinda like, why do you keep talking about Detroit? Why are you being so biased? Because I'm from the best city known to man, Detroit, okay? So that is why I keep harping on the city of Detroit. So you see Paul's social media handles in front of you right now. Please make sure you go on and follow him on those social media handles. And we now have Paul joining us. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Great. How are you?
So I already answered the first question for you. Where are you from? The great city of Detroit. So I guess the next question would be, what brought you here to Arizona?
Well, two things. One, the first time I came here, I loved it.
Okay.
I like the weather. I like the people.
You don't miss the snow?
Huh?
You don't miss the snow?
Huh?
Okay. Okay,
Not
so
at
the
all.
weather.
Not at all.
Okay.
And then my folks were here,
Okay.
and so I came here because they were here.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so tell me, now you one of the baddest I done heard on the guitar. So you have to tell me, what are some of your musical influences?
My first musical influence was Jimi Hendrix, of course.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's a good one.
that was pretty much that's when it started.
Okay.
And so after that, some of everybody. I like everybody from jazz guitarists like, of course, George Benson,
Yes.
and who's kind of the top of the scale, you know.
Phenomenal. Yep.
And other rock guitarists, Eddie Van Halen, and
Yes.
some blues guitarists, pretty much all of those, Muddy Waters and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and so tons of. I got influences of every sort, yeah.
Okay. So same question. If you could give any piece of advice to any up-and-coming guitar player or musician, period, what would be that piece of advice? And if it's more than one, please feel free to share.
That's a tough one. I would have to say learn the business.
Oh,
Because it's the music business in caps, business. So playing guitar is not enough, singing is not enough, being a producer is not enough. You gotta know the business, because if you're gonna make a living off of it, you gotta learn how to use the system the way it is. And the business has changed so much.
Yeah.
It's gone from hoping you can get discovered to you're probably not gonna get discovered. You're more than likely just going to have to make a brand and distribute it to the world.
Yeah.
So it's a tough road. If you're not sure, learn how to do something else.
That's good.
If you're not dedicated, do something else. Get a job. Finish school, get a trade. But if you can't be talked out of it, then I would say learn the business.
Okay.
Because that's how you make it.
That's good.
Because if you can't earn a living and you can't do anything. You're gonna have to work a 7-day-a-week job or 5-day-a-week job, 40-hour job.
Yeah.
And that's a little difficult to do and make it in the music business.
Yeah.
You're not, more than likely, the chances of being discovered like in the old days and getting a record contract and stuff, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah. So what you're saying essentially is that this business is not for the faint of heart.
No, it's not for the cowards, it's not for the weak spirited, it's not for the people that can't take no, it's not for the people that have their feelings on their shirt sleeves. It's for the tough and the strong,
Okay. Well, thank you so much for that, Paul. We really appreciate your
pleasure.
advice. I hope y'all
Thanks
taking
for having me.
notes. And so sit tight right here. Before Paul leaves us, please don't leave. Make sure you follow his social media handles. And we're going to shoot to the next commercial break. Thank you so much, Paul. We'll see you in a few.
Thank you.
All right, so next commercial that you see before you is, I would say, it's not only important, but I think given the season and the time that we're in right now, it is super important. So right now I have before you Survivor's Journeys, which is a company that was started by Leah Stevenson. And what this company basically does, just to share a little bit of her story, she essentially started this company to turn her pain into power. And so in honor of her mother passing in 2016 from stage 4 cancer, she created this LLC for grief support and mental health awareness, which is called Survivor's Journey. So I just say that it's so prevalent right now because a lot of people don't want to admit to mental illnesses such as depression. And I mean, this cabin fever can really lead you to some really stressful and depressing situations. So honestly, if you are in a position where you're feeling a little low and you're feeling depressed and you just need someone to talk to, in all seriousness, please reach out to Leah Stevenson and her company of Survivor's Journeys so that they can help you through those moments and times where you've lost a loved one or just need some support for your issues that you're going through. So the next slide, we're gonna have Mr. TJ come in. We're gonna pull up his slide right now. If you guys please go ahead and follow all of his social media handles that are right there in front of you so that you guys can keep abreast of all the things that he's gonna be doing throughout the valley because COVID is we about to be out of this quarantine, y'all. And y'all about to see these people live, so you wanna make sure you're following them to stay connected with them and what they're doing. Okay, so TJ. So, you don't know this, only me and Vaughn know this, but I don't call you TJ. I be like, y'all need to call him like the legend, the myth. That's it. That's it. Right, you don't play no games. It doesn't need to be TJ, it doesn't need to be Terry. I'm telling you, that's what we're changing it to, the legend, the myth, okay?
I'm all right.
You like that?
I'm all right.
Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna keep calling you that. All right, well,
Appreciation.
tell us, where are you from, TJ?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, stand up, okay?
Oh, yeah.
What brought you out here?
I've been coming here since I was about 12.
Okay.
I just like it out here. It's close to LA. I'm always in and out of LA.
Okay.
And I just love it.
Yeah, you love it
so,
here?
Yeah, I've been talking about it for years.
Wow.
Finally, it's been a year. April of last year, April 8th, 2019. So it's been a year since I've been here now, living here. So.
That's what's up. So just so y'all know, I don't care if he gets mad at me. TJ is very multi-talented. He don't just play the keys. Oh, no. He can sing too.
Oh.
Ooh, he felt the spirit. He felt it. He can sing too. So I'm just letting y'all know. You never know. You might see him out at a gig and he might hit a note or two. So you don't want to miss it. I'm just trying to tell you. So tell me, what are some of your musical influences?
Too many to name. I name a few: Chick Corea, Herbie Hancock, Jocko, Victor Wooten, Dave Weckl. It's a lot. I play different instruments too as well.
Okay.
Several, but it's too many to name.
Okay.
Even some close friends are some influences.
I love that. I really do love that. I don't think we get enough of that, people recognizing that sometimes your peers and your friends are also your influences as well, people you look up to. And to someone else's point of advice, like, be careful of the things you're doing because people are watching you. So to that point, for anybody that's watching you now or at any gigs and they're looking up to you, what advice would you give those people coming up in this industry?
All I can say is stay humble. If you're serious about this thing we call music, and it'll show. And everything is about timing and everything. And another thing, what was I gonna say? Just practice is key. You don't know that, of course. Everybody know that. And
It's something I thought about earlier. I can't think of it right now, but it's
That's all right.
good,
It'll
but-
come back to you, and
Oh,
we're going to put it
speak
back
it.
in the comment section so y'all can see it. But wrapping that up, delay is not denial. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to preach a word to you that even though the vision may tarry, that's okay. It's going to come. You just keep practicing and work hard at it. So those
Yeah.
are the words spoken by the legend and the myth. Write it down. All right. So anything else you want to leave them with before we see you later in the second set?
Hope y'all just enjoy.
Enjoy.
Hope everybody's staying safe.
Yes.
And thank you for tuning in.
Awesome. Thank you, TJ. All right, so don't move, y'all, because we're going to see him in a few. So make sure that y'all are staying connected. Make sure that y'all are staying tuned in so that y'all can hear some more from the legend, the myth, TJ Harris. All right. So let's move. That moves me to my next slide, and we are going to interview Mr. Steve Falconer. Now, so for some of you last week who did not answer, well, actually, we did get a winner for that giveaway we had last week. Congratulations to the person that got the color of this man's bass correct. It was blue, more of a tealish, turquoisey color. Either way, you won the money. So thank you for paying attention, and thank you for joining the live. We really, really appreciate y'all. All jokes aside, please make sure to follow this man on those social media handles you see before you on the slide, okay? And we are now joined by Mr. Steve. How you doing tonight, Steve?
I am fantastic.
You
Glad to
playing
be here.
You playing
Having
that
fun.
Okay, so Steve, tell us, where are you from? Are you a native of Arizona?
So I am from born way over in Glendale, Arizona.
Woo, far.
I've lived here for most of my life. Lived in Ohio when I was a little kid for a while, a little town called Lebanon, Ohio, small town near Cincinnati. Lived in Southern California, surfs up for a couple years, but been here most of my life.
Okay. Steve, I liked you until you said Ohio. I'm from Michigan, and U of M is the best. But you know, we forgive around here. So, okay, so tell me, Steve, what are some of your musical influences?
I would say global. I would say,
nice.
you know, you got the African roots that started, you know, where it's just rhythm. Then you got the European roots, all melody and harmony. The drums are way back there somewhere, and every once in a while they fire off. And then you have like the mesh, you know, you have those two worlds colliding in Cuban music and reggae music, in Latin music and jazz and R&B. So I would say my influences are global.
Nice, I like that. I think in the way that music is going, you kind of need to be global. You can't be just one-sided when it comes to your musical influences and what you listen to. You kind of got to be versatile. So I love that. So with that being said, if you could give any advice to anyone that's an up-and-coming bass player or just wants to be a part of this music industry in general, what would be that piece of advice that you would share with them?
I would say, you know, be honest with yourself about if you've got what it takes, all right? Not everyone's going to be a big star, and everyone's going to make it. And then after you're honest with yourself, figure out where you're going to fit musically. And don't let anyone tell you you can't do it. If you know you can do it, put the work in, network. It's all who you know sometimes. It's all timing, like Terry just said. But you got to put the work in. You can't just, it doesn't just happen because you got a pretty face.
That's it. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Steve. You guys don't move because Steve is going to be joining us here momentarily. You're going to hear more from AblazeNoir and our fabulous singers, Chantel and Sid. So please stay where you are. All right. Thanks so much, Sid. We'll see you soon. All right, guys, we really appreciate you guys staying tuned in to us. You know, I really hope you guys are having a great time. I hope you guys are enjoying all the music. I hope you guys are dancing and singing along and getting your groove on and maybe even playing this music in the background after you, man, cooked your woman a dinner tonight. You know, yes, let's switch it up. It don't have to be her always cooking you something. You can cook her something and put the live stream on and let the music play in the background. That's what I say. That's what I think, and that's my word. I'm sticking to it. All right, y'all. So I'm not going to hold you up anymore. We're going to shift right along to set 2 this evening. Before we go along to set 2, I do want to go ahead and you see before you on the screen right now, Be See-Through, Miss Crystal Stewart. Please make sure you guys go out and support her. I'm asking you, follow those social media handles on Facebook. She has a show that plays on Praise FM. Make sure you listen to that show. And essentially what she talks about on that show is a wealth of information. You know, she is definitely someone to look up to as a woman. I admire her thinking, the way she carries herself, her business savvy, and not to mention this woman is uber talented. She can sing her tail off. So Make sure you guys are following her social media handle so that you can tune in to her live show podcast on Praise FM called The See-Through. All right. So those are our commercials for the day. We hope you guys have enjoyed them. I don't want to hold you guys up any longer. So what we're going to do is we are going to shift it back to the music to get you back up dancing and grooving and singing and having a good time. So let's get back to it. Without further ado, AblazeNoir.
Let's,
Mr. Seth Jenkins is gonna take y'all back.
hey. Oh, baby, other slave got distracted on the way to grandmother's house. Oh, wolf and lamb's clothing came, blew her mind and changed the ways. And now she's turned out, lost and turned out, lost and turned out. She's spending most of her time, hey, walking the streets. Hey. She has a certain quota to fill. He wants to buy a new Seville. Oh, the other slave got distracted on the way to grandmother's house. Oh, a wolf and lamb's clothing came through her mind and changed the way. Lost and turned down, lost and turned down, lost and turned down. Said, what is the world coming to? Hey, so many are used and abused. There's over 10 million girls who are lost in this world. What will your kinfolks say? Olivia the slave, it must be breaking their hearts and tune. Listen close, they're calling you.
Got distracted
On the way to grandmother's house. Oh, wolf and lamb's clothing came through her mind and changed the way. Lost and turned out, lost and turned out, lost and turned out.
Okay, all right. Yes,
Yeah.
that is. We were just talking about that. All right now. So I know y'all know some of y'all quarantine with your lovers, and you may be questioning this very one question that we're gonna be singing.
Yes.
That would be, where would I be if I didn't know you? Maybe I'd have more Cheetos. Maybe I'd have more Doritos if I didn't know you. Maybe there would be some juice left in the fridge if I didn't know you.
Well, do you want to know where? Do you want to know where That's the Way Love Goes?
I don't know.
I feel like that should be.
Oh, that's the way love goes. Okay.
That's the way
My bad.
love goes.
That's the way it goes.
That's the way it
But
goes.
that is the way love goes, though.
But it does.
I could- Like a moth on the flame burned by the fire. My love is blind, can't you see my desire? Like a moth by the flame burned by the fire. My love is blind, can't you see my desire? Like a moth by the flame burned by the fire. My love is blind, can't you see my desire? All right now. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Come with me, don't you worry. I'm gonna make you crazy. I'll give you the time of your life. I'm gonna take you places you've never been before. You'll be so happy that you came. I'm gonna take you there. Oh, oh. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Oh, that's the way love goes. Don't mind if I light candles. I like to watch us playing. Baby, I've got on what you like. Come closer, baby, closer. Reach out and feel my body. I'm gonna give you all my love. Oh, sugar, don't you hurry. You've got me here all night. Just close your eyes and hold on tight. Oh, baby, baby, don't stop. Go deeper, baby, deeper. You feel so good, I'm gonna cry. Oh, I'm gonna take you there. Oh, that's the way love goes. That's the way love goes. Yeah.
That's the way love goes.
That's the way love goes. Yeah, yeah. That's the way love goes.
That's the way love
That's the
goes.
way love goes.
That's the way love goes.
Oh, that's the way love goes.
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 the way love goes. Yeah, that's the way love goes.
That's the way, that's the way.
And that's how that goes. Yeah. All right, Paul, you showing out back there tonight. Yeah. All right.
All right.
Don't get none on you.
Go on, brush your shoulders on. Okay.
All right.
Now. Exactly, right? Now, have you ever met somebody in your life that just changed kind of who you were as a person? And for that person to not, come on, talking music, for this person to be in your life, for them to leave, that would affect you tremendously.
Yes.
I feel like this song just really speaks to that.
It does.
So everybody that's got to live out there.
That's right. We've had a lot of time to reflect during the pandemic, so I think we know where we would be if we didn't know some people.
Of course. Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I tell you no lie, that you're the reason why my life is turned around. Every day I'm thankful now, sometimes I don't show it. World would be incomplete if I didn't know. Where would I be if I didn't know you? Where would I be if I didn't know you? Make me remember that one Sunday at the end of September. All right.
No, I couldn't imagine, no, what would I do if I didn't know you?
Where would I be if I didn't know you?
You know I love you, babe.
Where would I be if I didn't know you?
Oh, oh.
would I be if I didn't know you?
My life would be so incomplete.
Where would I be if I didn't know you?
If I didn't know you, babe.
Where would I be
if I didn't know you? Yes. Where would you be?
Hey,
Where would I be?
be out on the street,
Oh, stop.
stuck in the cold, without your love.
All right now.
Yeah. Oh, got a hold.
All right. So I know the band's been teasing me today because I did a gospel pick, but that's okay.
Come on.
Because, you know, hey now, this song has been on my heart for a few weeks, and I figured that it's a song where many people need to hear it. So. The spring of April's gone, the leaves have all turned brown. The children are all grown up, and there's no one around. I'm looking over my life at all the mistakes I've made, and I'm afraid Somebody told me that you will wash all my sins and cleanse me from the scars that are so deep within. So I'm calling to you. If you can hear me, I don't know how. I was wondering, can you hold me now? I was wondering, can you hold me now? You are the only one that's special when I call. Your angels come to save me every time I call. You don't laugh at me when I make mistakes and cry. You're not like mine. You understand me. See, people change. One day they don't like you, the next they do. I wish that everyone could love me just like you. Oh, so here I am, this sinful man, peace won't allow. Oh, I was wondering, can you hold me now? I was wondering, can you hold me now? token person that might hear this song. To every boy or girl, you feel your smile is gone. See, I know exactly how it feels to lay in the bed at night and cry and cry. Don't you worry, God is faithful and He cares about the tears you drop and the pain you feel. He's there when you are weak. That's when He struck, even though you don't know how. I was wondering, can you hold me now? Yeah, yeah. I was wondering, can you hold me now? Don't you worry, He can hold you now. That's right. Yes, Lord. Ah, yes.
Y'all want me to sing after that?
Yeah.
Y'all want me to sing after that?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
Oh, stop.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just ready to go up in spirit. Just right there. I'm there. All right.
Yes, Lord.
Oh. We love you, Mike.
Yes. Yes. Say that again.
Human nature. Fine. Hey. Go. Looking out across the nighttime, the city winks asleep beside. Shake her, oh, shake my window. Sweet seducing sight, get me out into the nighttime. This four walls hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. And they say, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do me that way? And they say, why? Tell me that it's human nature. Why does it do me that way? Said reaching out to touch a stranger. Electric eyes are everywhere. See that girl, she knows I'm watching. She likes the way I stare. And they say, why? Just tell them that it's human nature. Why does it do me that way? And they say, why? Say, tell them that it's human nature. Why? I like loving this way. I like loving this way.
looking out across the morning. The city's heart begins to beat. Said reaching out, I touch your shoulder. I'm dreaming of the street, and they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Do me that way. And they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Does he do me that way? And they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Does he do me that way? And they say why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Do me that way. I like love in this way. I like love in this way. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Tonight has
Thank
been amazing. Remember to support AblazeNoir, to support Encore. We're going to push it back to you.
Thank you.
Cardi B. Okay, did y'all enjoy that? That was amazing. I hope y'all had a great time. I hope y'all got y'all dance on, y'all sing on. I hope some of y'all men was in that kitchen cooking that meal for that woman. Boop. I hope all of that, okay? Show your love. But most importantly, please be sure to stay safe and healthy during this time. I want to give a few shout outs before we leave you this evening. First and foremost, I want to shout out AblazeNoir and all their wonderful tunes tonight. I want to shout out Chantel Reed and Cedric Jenkins. Make sure you follow all of them on their social media handles. I also want to shout out the Better. Thank you to Sunita. Thank you to Peter. Thank you to AJ. Thank you to Mo. Thank you to Ralph. You were here in spirit. We love you. Thank you so much. But I really want to also shout out Anthony and Chris. Thank you so much for coming by and making sure our lights and sound were on point today. We really appreciate you guys. And last but not least, I would be remiss if I did not shout out Encore. Thank you so much for continuing to host this live stream that provides such an amazing feeling for not only creatives to continue to operate in our craft, but also for you, the fans. So really quickly, just a quick note, we will not be here next week. I know it's okay because you can go back and watch this stream again and feel free to give on the Cash App, but we will be back the following Sunday. And from here on out, you can check us out same place, same time, every 2 weeks. Thank y'all so much. I hope you guys enjoyed and we enjoyed you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. See ya. Good night.
Let's face it, the city is big, but not as big as the dreamers that live in it. The dreamers that take the grave shift after the day shift. The dreamers that break day breaking a leg. Here is to the striver. Here's to the do not disturb us, the student of the stars, the first one in the session and the last to leave, if they leave. Here is to the true lifeblood of their cultures, the ones that provide the undercurrent. And everyone hustles, but the success is individual. Here's to your success. Your undying work ethic and diligence to your craft not only deserves an applause, you deserve an encore. Power your grind.